Hello, Challenge A parents. I want to do a real quick video, hopefully it'll be about 5 minutes long, on just an overview of the Lost Tools of Writing Exposition strand for Challenge A. You're looking at the 10 books right here for Challenge A. All 10 of these are the ones that they're going to be reading. They have 5 in each semester. And then as they read the books, they are going to use the Lost Tools of Writing to write a paper that goes with each book. And the paper is going to be a persuasive paper. And I'm not going to go in detail about it. I just want to explain how it works and what they're learning just really fast. So students are going to be learning. I'm going to show you the rhetoric trivium table. The Lost Tools of Writing teaches your students how to do the first 3 canons of rhetoric. So they're doing invention, arrangement, and elocution or style. And so these are the 3 things that most writers struggle with when they are writing. And so the Lost Tools teaches them to tackle those issues and how to use certain tools to write their persuasive essays in the best possible way. All right. So this is this teacher's guide, and this is the student workbook, and I'm not even going to really talk about this except to say that you don't have to write in this. We have had this student workbook for 3 or 4 years. Had it with my first daughter who's going into Challenge 2. This was her book, and we basically just answered these questions in a notebook. We did not write in this, and that way I can pass it on down to all my other kids. And if you don't want to do that and you don't want them to deal with another book, they can write directly in the book as well. All right, that's it for that. Now, how I organize and tab my teacher's guide. Right up here, you can see that I have tabbed the essay numbers. In Challenge A, students will do essays 1 through essay 6. That doesn't sound like a lot, and because they're reading 10 books, obviously they are going to be doing some of the essays multiple times. All right, so that's simple. I just tab the essays across the top. Next, you'll see 3 tabs here. Ignore these. This is just for my tutor use, but you'll see 3 tabs here. Each tab is a different color, and the reason for that is that, like I said earlier, the students are going to be learning the first 3 canons of rhetoric. So each one of these colors represents one of the canons. Let's flip open to the first blue tab. You see invention. It's the very first tab in blue, and that is going to be week 1. So they have 3 weeks to write their paper. Week 1 is invention week. It's when they do their Annie chart. Okay, we'll do much of this in class. They will not be on their own to do it. I will do examples in class. They will know exactly what to do when they get there. Week 2 for each book is going to be the arrangement week. Arrangement is when the students kind of do an outline of their paper. And so I have that tabbed next in orange. And then for their final week, it's elocution. It's the week that they write their paper. And I have that one tabbed in green. And that way, no matter what essay I go to, I know if I'm on essay 5, and let's say we're on essay 5, and the guide tells me that it's the week of elocution. Well, I'm just going to turn to that green tab for essay 5. It's going to take me straight there. This is basically just to kind of get you used to using the book. It kind of organizes the thought process of how Lost Tools works, for me at least, and hopefully that helps you in organizing your teacher's guide as well. Okay, now I'm going to talk a little bit about my student's workbook. This is her workbook. She found this little floral thing and liked it, so we laminated that for the cover. I make my own workbooks. This is the Exposition cover that I made for her, but she just preferred the floral one. And then at the beginning of her notebook, we have this PDF file that I will share with you. It has the 3 canons, and then it lists the tools that they will learn to use in Challenge A for each canon, okay? and I have copies of this, or I might just make copies and put them in your folder. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet, but we'll figure something out. All right, next, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is not something that CC recommends for Challenge A. I just added it because I thought my student would enjoy doing it, and I kind of wanted her to be able to show me that she was reading the story. It's just where you put the title, the author's name, the main characters, the protagonist and antagonist, the plot, the theme, all of that. But you can see right here it didn't work out at all. So I ended up, she ended up not doing that. And so I will not be using that for my daughter next year. And that's okay. We can try things and learn as we go. So your first tab really should be, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it to focus, should be invention. So your Annie charts are the first tab. And then the second tab are your essays or your arrangement. And I have this as well, just so you know. I have these, this is a PDF file that I have that I can share with you. And it's all of the essays, all of the outlines. Your students learned how to use outlines when they were in Essentials, and they're using the same thing here. Okay, so they're going to do that for every single essay. And then the last tab that I have to share with you is your final essay or your elocution tab. So for elocution, that is the actual final paper. I'm going over time here, but I just want to show you what the very first essay looks like. This is essay 1. So don't stress too much in the beginning. It's very simple. It's very skeleton. You'll almost think you're doing it wrong because it's so easy. All right, next I'm going to show you the last paper that she did, or close to the last. This is how they grow in the way they're writing. Their papers get a little longer. This is her last paper. This is super messy. I apologize. She'd never rewrote this. But this one is 2.5 pages long. This is for the book Crispin. I think it's 2.5 pages long. And so you can see how they grow and change from week 1 to to the last week of school. And that is all I have to share with you here. When we meet, I'll have more information for you about details about lost tools. And we'll actually go through and I'll show you exactly how to write a paper. So we will see you soon.